Your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. This is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, a 24-year-old Bridgeport woman is facing 27 charges after allegedly stealing thousands of dollars from a nearly 80-year-old woman she was supposed to take care of. Authorities in Morrill County say 3 people are accused of stealing thousands of dollars from a 79-year-old Bayard woman, while one of them was acting as her caretaker. Bayard police began investigating in December after the victim reported fraudulent charges and missing money from her FNBO account. Investigators say Alyssa Engelhop had been living in the victim's home as a caretaker since October of 2025 and had access to the victim's debit card and PIN number. Police say bank records show a sharp increase in withdrawals and purchases after Engelhop moved in. Surveillance photos from ATMs in Bayard, Scottsbluff, and Alliance allegedly identified Michael Bay and Alejandra Leal making withdrawals from the account after Engelhop shared that info. Investigators say the fraudulent transactions totaled more than $6,700. All 3 were arrested this week, with Engelhop booked into the Garden County Detention Center, while Bay and Leal booked into the Gering jail. Well, a 74-year-old Alliance man convicted of sexually assaulting a child has been sentenced to the maximum under state law. In March, 74-year-old Thomas Weindel pled no contest to a Class 3A felony charge of third-degree sexual assault of a child. He was arrested in September following a capstone interview with a girl, stating that Weindel had been abusing her since she was 8 years old. On Thursday, District Judge Travis O'Gorman sentenced him to 36 months in prison, which is the maximum for a Class 3A felony, and was ordered to register as a sex offender. And a deadly weekend on Nebraska highways, as the Nebraska State Patrol is investigating 2 massive pileups that shut down I-80 on Saturday. First, a semi-truck collision in a construction zone near Cozad sparked a fire, closing the interstate for 2 hours and injuring 2 people. Later that evening, a sudden dust storm near Brule caused a horrific 16-vehicle pileup. Several vehicles caught fire, 5 people were seriously injured, and 56-year-old Stephen Wichman of Iowa was killed. Both crashes remain under investigation. We'll have more news right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether it is building, buying, or renovating, we have the home loan or home equity line of credit to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I would definitely recommend Allo's business services to other companies. Allo's next-gen firewalls have allowed us to tie 6 physical locations together along with numerous remote employees to produce and collaborate and generate content for our local radio group. It is very important for Nebraska Rural Radio Association to have the best in internet and phone service. We rely upon that every single day. Allo provided me with a solution that fit our needs. They have a quality product, great technical support, and a local presence in their community.
Welcome back. The issue of any limits on firework use in Gering this Independence Day holiday will be the topic of a meeting this evening. The city's Public Safety Committee gathers at the council chambers at 4 p.m. for a discussion of staff research pertaining to budget and public safety concerns regarding pyrotechnics during our current dry conditions. The committee will also develop a timeline for a possible discharge of fireworks during the season, then forward their recommendation to the City Council for consideration during their June 8th meeting. This meeting is open to the public, and comments will be taken at the end of the meeting. Well, the Comm Center may be the first Scottsbluff County department to turn to artificial intelligence to help complete a portion of their routine responsibilities. Communications Director Cindy Howard approached commissioners for approval for a one-year agreement to use Critical Insights AI software to help provide quality assurance reviews of dispatch calls. Howard told the board because of the comm center's call volume, a supervisor with the help of 2 dispatchers working limited overtime are still about 3 months behind on QA reviews, and it will get worse.
It takes about 80 hours per month for just the EMS quality assurance piece. In June, we are going to have to add fire, and then in September, we're going to add law enforcement. That's going to up the hours that's needed for quality assurance to almost 300 hours. So that is 2 full-time people, which I know we can't do. So I'm trying to look at ways that we can mitigate that.
The software performs real-time logging and reviews, which allows supervisors to give feedback within a week or less instead of months or later. The comm center complies with APCO protocol standards for dispatching and public safety, which requires QA on 10% of dispatch calls per year. Commissioners approved the request, but asked Howard to work with the management accountant to try to negotiate a price below the $33,500 first-year cost of service.
I imagined retirement in a place where we could enjoy our golden years, where adventure and friendship are the only items on the schedule. The Garden Homes at Northfield gives us the luxury we planned for and peace of mind when it comes to convenience, safety, and comfort. We never have to stop and think about the day-to-day upkeep. We love to explore abroad, but most importantly in our backyard. So much to do, so much to see. Here at Northfield, we get the protection of life care, incredible tax benefits, and secured rates for aging services. It's peaceful, knowing that if our needs change, we'll be taken care of. And most importantly, that our kids will never have to make any tough decisions. There never seemed to be enough time to do all the things we wanted. Now we get to focus our energy on enjoying what this community has to offer. At the Garden Homes, life is ours again. A place we had dreamed about. A chance to focus on us.
From the Rural Radio Network Market Desk, I'm Lacey Shippey with a look at what's happening in our grain trade this morning. And joining me is Senior Bar Chart Market Analyst Darren Newsom. And Darren, we are seeing a mixed day for our grains today. Despite higher crude, we've got some pressure coming in to corn and beans here. Let's start there and tell me a little bit about what you see happening in those markets.
Well, what's interesting, Lacey, is, the energy sector's rallying, and it's just what it normally does on Monday, given headlines over the weekend. But as we look at the grains, if we want to use our imagination, or if we want to make ourselves feel better about things, that fundamentals still actually matter, we can say that both corn and soybeans are down on this first day of meteorological summer due to weather forecasts. I mean, historically, these markets have been weather derivatives. And, as we look at the weather forecast, we see rains in the forecast for much of the plains in the Midwest, not necessarily bearish for the wheat, particularly winter wheat markets, but certainly meaning growing conditions could be a little more favorable, particularly for new crop corn and soybeans.
And suppose we take that for what it's worth and say that maybe we're not just trying to make ourselves feel better. When we take those weather ifs out of there, what do you see underneath this market here?
Yeah, if we take the weather ifs out, at the end of May, which was the end of the Q3, third quarter of the marketing year for corn and soybeans, and the end of the marketing year for wheat. But if we take the weather out, and if we kind of put new crop factors on the sidelines, what we're left with, the corn supply and demand situation did not change much as far as available stocks to use available, at the end of the quarter in corn. from the third quarter to the second quarter. And so that was basically unchanged, but it did tighten up a little bit in the soybeans. And I found that interesting because, we have mixed demand. We're getting readings that, crush demand continues to run strong, but it's offset by weaker year-to-year export demand. So I found the readings in the soybean market probably more interesting than in corn.
And when we take a look at our wheat market here, we're slightly higher on the day. Tell me what you see for our wheat outlook this week.
Yeah, the wheat is interesting, particularly in hard red winter, the harvest should be moving up from far southern Texas. And I've had the opportunity to drive across the southern plains here over the last month or so. And, as we headed south, you could certainly see the crop. And this was in the heart of the wheat belt. Some of the better crops that we'll see, say from Salina, Kansas to Wichita, Kansas. The crop in the field was actually quite short, and the heads were small. And I've heard from some of my friends out in western Kansas, for the west, that's been really hit by the drought, where much of the crop has been zeroed out. So now that it doesn't really matter, now that it's actually not beneficial, we see some rains moving into that part of the southern plains, and this is the time of year when it probably doesn't need rain. So again, I think this is helping to support particularly the hard red winter market, but soft red winter to a certain degree as well.
Well, thank you, Darren. That is Senior Bar Chart Analyst Darren Newsom with a look at your grain trade here. I'm Lacey Shippey for the Rural Radio Network.
When it comes to your health, you deserve the very best. At Morrill County Community Hospital, they provide top-notch care with compassion and expertise. From routine checkups to advanced surgeries, their dedicated team is here for you 24/7. With state-of-the-art technology and a patient-first approach, they ensure you and your loved ones receive the highest quality care. Because at Morrill County Community Hospital, your health is their priority. Visit Morrill County Community Hospital today in Bridgeport. Morrill County Community Hospital. Exceptional care right here at home.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
Let's take a look at your community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether it is building, buying, or renovating, we have the home loan or home equity line of credit to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And finally tonight, tickets are on sale now for a fundraising concert later this month at the Midwest Theater, featuring music from two icons of classic rock. The Gypsy Heartbreakers will take the stage June 26th, with doors opening at 6:30 for a 2+ hour long performance. Musicians Brett Allen tells KNEB News that along with sister Angie Rains, the group from McCook brings to life the music of Stevie Nicks and Tom Petty.
They did perform together, and Tom wrote songs for Stevie, and so there was kind of a collaboration there anyway. But it would have been interesting, we always thought, if they would have shared their catalogs and took to a stage and did a performance like we're trying to do, where both of them perform their songs together.
A portion of ticket proceeds will be donated to the Nebraska Cattlemen's Disaster Relief Fund that's providing assistance to those recovering from the Morrill fire earlier this year. General admission tickets range from $28 to $35 online through thegypsyheartbreakers.com or at the door with a discount for the first 100 tickets sold online. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you here next time.